Hi everyone and welcome back to Thrifted Living. My name is Kieran. In today's video, I would like to share with you a brand new thrift with me and haul video. So I went thrifting with my mom. So we pretty much go thrifting every single weekend and we go to 2 or 3 different stores. 2 of them we go to every weekend, and then one of them is sort of like determined by, how we feel and, just kind of what we want to do on that particular day. So this is one of the stores we go to every week, and I love looking at all of the games. I always see some really interesting things in this part of the store, and this part right here in the middle is like the furniture section, and it goes through having like a lot of stuff and then maybe not having as much. Right now it's a little less stocked than I normally see it, but might be the holidays and people trying to furnish their homes for the different holidays coming up, and like different get-togethers and things like that. I love how this thrift store is organized. I'm always able to find a lot of really great stuff here, and I spend so much time in like this part of the store where you can see all of the different like figurines and decorations and stuff like that. I used to spend a lot more time in the clothing section, but I'm definitely not as interested in clothing as I am now in like housewares and things like that. So I love looking at all of the different appliances that they have too. Like that's a snow cone maker that I thought was kind of cool. And they have a lot of Christmas decorations out right now as well. And I'm definitely enjoying finding some thrifted Christmas decorations. I like to have a bunch of different kind of decorations on our Christmas tree, and so whenever I see different decorations at the thrift store that are like meaningful to me or to my family members or to my friends, I tend to pick them up. This is something that I actually bought for my nephew. It's so cute, and it's vintage Blue's Clues, so like 1999. Sean and I have also been trying to thrift things for decor in our home, and we want to put up Christmas lights. We haven't done that yet, but we bought some of these Christmas light hooks that we can use outside. So even though it's a little bit later in the holiday season, I still think we're going to try to put up a few Christmas lights just to have some fun stuff decorated outside, because we have quite a collection of thrifted Christmas lights, and I would really like to use them at some point. So I saw this really pretty basket as well. I love finding baskets at the thrift store. I saw a couple Christmas ornaments here as well, and I saw the one in the back at first and I realized I wasn't even looking at this cute little polar bear and penguin one in the front, but this one is from Disney from 2010, and then in the front it's this cute little polar bear and penguin, and just some other different fun household items, more Christmas ornaments sort of displayed throughout this part of the store. And I kind of like it because it's sort of like a fun like treasure hunt for the different Christmas ornaments, and I really like looking at all of the dishware as well. This part of the store has all of the selections of dishware, and I've never seen dishes sort of organized in those like little containers, those like little zippable, I don't even know how you would describe that. Is zippable even a word? I think it is. It's a word now. But I have never seen things like sort of organized in those like containers, which I think is actually really convenient for keeping everything together, because I would definitely lose different parts of like a dishware set if I had something like that. So then I was looking at the linen that I thought was fun, and then in the front of the store they had a couple things in the case. I've never seen these dolls before. I thought they kind of looked like Cabbage Patch Kids, but I don't know what they are. Now we're at the second thrift store, and this is the store that always has the incredible shoes. I have seen so many pairs of Coach shoes at this thrift store in particular. I don't know if it's just, somebody donating several different styles, but I always see a ton. Then I saw some really fun stuffed animals. I think that my mom actually picked up these. I think their names are Bingo and Rolly. I think they're from a show I think called Puppy Dog Pals, and definitely a favorite of my niece and nephew. And so we picked those up. I think my mom might have picked them up for maybe my nephew for Christmas. I'm not 100% sure. And this is like the toy section and sort of just like the kids section. I have found some really fun vintage stuff in this part of the store before, and I always love looking at the different finds, because sometimes you'll find things that are vintage that you don't see immediately. Like I think that this watercolor set is actually vintage, and I just like finding those little like hidden treasures throughout all of the different finds. I thought those little chairs were really cute as well. And then I saw this container of beads, and I've never seen anything like this before. It looked like it was part of some type of set, but it didn't have any markings on it. And I think the container that it was in wasn't the original container for it. I also looked at this like clipboard because I once found a Lisa Frank clipboard that sort of looked similar to that. So whenever I see something like that, I'm always like, ooh, is this vintage Lisa Frank? I always have to double check. And this is right where they keep all of their kids' books. I always find a lot of great books in this store. I feel like I've sort of found all of the books that are there now because I go through and I look at them so closely. So I think I have all of the good ones now. I thought that this plate was really cool, this plate set. I don't know anything about it, but I thought that it was really interesting and just like a unique find. This part of the store is, I think I've told you guys before, in this thrift store, there are two sections. When you enter the store on the left, it is the like shoes and clothing and things like that. And then on the right is this part of the store that has all of like the housewares and stuff like that. And right now in the front of this part of the store, they have all of the Christmas items and it's so much fun. When I was thrifting with my mom though last weekend, it was so busy when we got there. I actually had to wait to get to this part of the store because it was so busy in the Christmas section. And it's funny because my mom and I will go in opposite directions when we go to this thrift store. I always start by the toys and like the possibly vintage things that I can find and the shoes and all of that kind of stuff. And she always starts in this part of the store and then we like switch. We'll usually like meet in the middle and then we'll switch sides. And so I had to wait a little bit to get into this part of the store, but I found a lot of really great ornaments and some just really fun Christmas and holiday decor. I thought that these candle lamps were really interesting. There were quite a few of them and they looked vintage to me, but I couldn't really tell exactly how they like connected to like what power source they needed. And so I didn't buy them, but I want to have like little candles in the windows at our house at some point. But I just couldn't figure out exactly how those were to be used. And then I also saw what I thought was interesting is a lot of the stuff that was donated was labeled, like that says downstairs bathroom on it. So somebody had everything completely labeled and organized for their holiday decor, which I was like, that's actually a really good idea. And then I'm now looking at these wicker and wax like candle things. Those are so cool. They're like little mugs and I didn't buy them. Like I looked at them, but I didn't look close enough at them. So I'm kind of bummed because I think those are kind of cool. So I also saw some different ornaments. They had a lot of their ornaments displayed in this part of the store. They had a selection of several like duplicates of the same item. Like there are several of this ornament right there like together. But then they also had some like individual ones and a lot of Hallmark ornaments in the box. I don't know much about Hallmark ornaments, but I definitely found some interesting ones. I saw these bottle brush trees. I thought they were really cool. I can't resist bottle brush trees. I just think they're so much fun and just so interesting in their design. And I haven't seen a lot that have these little like Christmas ornaments in them. So I bought these because I think they're really cool. But you guys will see everything that I actually bought in the haul part of this video, which will be after this shop with me part. And then I'm in like the middle of the store that has a lot of like the glassware items and figurines and things like that. And I really love looking at this part of the store. I don't typically find a lot to purchase in this part, but I do see a lot of interesting things to look at. And then at the end of each aisle, they had some different Christmas ornaments displayed. I know last year I got, I think, a vintage My Little Pony ornament from this part of the store. So I always look here to see what I might be able to find. And I really love looking at all of the different Christmas ornaments. I thought that this next sign was really cool. It was like a frame with different like bead work on it, and I just thought it was really, really pretty. And more Christmas ornaments, as I keep saying, a lot of Christmas ornaments. And then in this part of the thrift store, they had some Christmas decor, but they also had some other items as well. I really like these glass Christmas trees. I think they're really pretty. And this was like a whole Christmas village on the bottom. Something that I've been trying to find more at the thrift store and at garage sales are like battery lights, like these ones right here. I went to a garage sale over the summer and they had an entire selection of like really nice brand. I don't know the brand, but they were something like, I think they're sold on QVC, but they were like a really nice set of candles and they were really expensive, so I didn't buy them, but it made me want to try to find more at the thrift store. So I've been looking for more of those battery operated candles. I've also been looking for crafting books, and I have some really fun ideas for some of these crafting books, and I actually ended up picking up that first one. It was like an upcycle recycling kind of book. Because I think it could be fun to do some of these projects with my niece, and I like really using like a lot of things that I already have. Like that's sort of one of my goals, is to just reuse as much as I already have, because I definitely love thrifting, secondhand items for crafting. So I saw some really cool ideas in that crafting book. I also find a lot of really great baskets at this thrift store as well. I don't think I picked up any on this particular day. I saw something I've never seen at the thrift store, and it's like a food container from like a store. I don't know what exactly this was. I think they were saying it was actually holding like dog treats or something like that, but I wanted it so badly. I have no use for it, but I thought it was really cool. I literally don't know what I would have done with it, but I just think stuff like that is so cool to find at the thrift store. Let me know like how you guys would have used that. Would you have bought that? Could you think of something that you could have done with that? Let me know. And are you inspired by that kind of stuff too? I don't know why. It's like I want to create my own little store or something. And I also find some really great games at this thrift store. This Goodnight Moon game, I think, was from like 96 or 97, and I thought that was really cool. I love finding games that like are themed with books, and I find a lot of them at this thrift store. I always wonder like when I find things that are similar at like the same thrift store, if it's like one person donating things like at different times, like sort of making like going through and cleaning out different things and then making donations of like similar items. I always wonder that. And I saw this display case that was really tall. It's kind of hard to see, but it was actually a pretty tall display case. And then this part of the store has some stationery in it. I sometimes find some things for my classroom, different supplies. I found some great notebooks here, some crayons, just like pens, highlighters, all of that kind of stuff I find at this thrift store. And I also saw some different like pots and pans and cookware and things like that. I thought these plates were really pretty. They reminded me of melt glass, and they were really, really heavy actually. And I also saw some silverware that I thought about buying because it was new in the package, and we could definitely use some more silverware. Just because I feel like we keep losing silverware, but I didn't end up buying that. They also have a great selection of mugs here, and I always find so many different mugs. I've found so many over the years, and it was funny because there's one mug that they have here. It's this like hot air balloon mug. I've had it for a really long time, and it recently broke, so I was like, should I buy that or not? I ended up not buying it. So we went to one more thrift store. This was the third store for the day, and we found a lot of Christmas stuff at this store. This is the one, like we go to those two other stores every week, and then this is the one that we really are never sure if we're going to go to or not. There are a couple different ones that we go between when we're trying to figure out where we're going to go thrifting, and sometimes we only go to two stores. Just because we're tired. Thrifting is hard. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys get like tired while you're thrifting? Sometimes I definitely have more energy for it than other times. And on this particular day, we had more energy for thrifting. So I saw this like Santa Advent thing. I don't know. It looked vintage to me, but I wasn't able to find any type of information on it, like any year or anything. And all of the local thrift stores have recently done some like reorganizing and like restyling the stores, so I'm still getting used to where everything is. And in particular, this thrift store we haven't gone to as much recently, so I'm still trying to figure out where everything is at this store. But now they have all of the linens and bedding and things like that in the front of the store, and I always find a great selection of linens and bedding. I found something really cool here once, and I don't want to say what it is because I want to gift it to somebody that I don't know. They may or may not watch my videos, but I hope to gift it. Let me just say it's vintage and it's really cool. But anyway, so here are some more different linens and bedding and things like that. And then in the middle of the store, this part used to have clothing in it, but now it's like a seasonal section. And I really like how everything is sort of organized in one space in the middle. And I also kind of like that the shelves that they have are sort of like see-through, and it just adds a lot more light to this part of the store. It always felt very like busy and like really full of stuff, and I really like the way that everything is sort of, you know, the shelves have like a plastic on them and you can see through. It just makes it a lot brighter and I think easier to shop in this part of the store. So I also went to the games and the toys. I can never resist. My mom and I recently found a lot of great vintage toys in this part of the thrift store, but we didn't find anything on this particular day. But, you know, some cool things that we were able to look at. And I also found some really cool books that I'm going to be hopefully sharing some videos with you guys on soon. Here's one of the books. It's like a flower DIY book, like a paper flower. Found this really cool cupcakes book. I don't know, I haven't seen anything like this. It's like a fun cupcake DIY book. I also found this really interesting vintage toy box. At least I think that's what this is. I couldn't find any information on it, but if you guys know anything about it, let me know in the comments below. And then I found an absolutely beautiful wedding dress. I do not need a wedding dress, but I thought that this one was really pretty. So the first thing I want to share with you is going to be a gift for my niece and my nephew. It is a game called Goodnight Moon Game, and I think it's actually a matching game, and I want to say it's from 1997. So it's a matching game based on the book Goodnight Moon, and it was, how much were you? I don't see a price on it actually. I think the games are like $1.99. So I thought this was a really good deal. It looks like everything is in the box for the game, and I think my niece and my nephew will really like it. It looks super cute. So there's the playing board, and then you have to try to match the different pieces. So I'm really excited to have this for them. It's gonna be like a shared Christmas gift. Then I found a couple gifts for my nephew, and I know he doesn't watch my video, so it's okay to show this. So he loves Blue's Clues, so I got him a Blue's Clues kitchen set. On the bottom it says 2001. This is the one picture. It was $4 for both of them together. I think it's really cute. He loves Blue's Clues. So this is going to be one of his Christmas gifts. I think he's going to really like it. I also got him something that he has the one version of but doesn't have this version of. So I found a magenta for him. So he has the blue one but he doesn't have magenta, and I just saw this at the plush section at the one thrift store and I thought he would really like it. This was $1.99, so I think he's going to really like having another Blue's Clues character. So I found a few books that I want to use with my niece and just a couple books that I want to actually use on my own. But the first one I plan on using with my niece is this one. It's called Fun and Easy Crafting with Recycled Materials. I think it could be fun to do some little DIY projects with her out of these items. This is super cute. I wanted to make this with her. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I love hot air balloons, so this is definitely going to be a project that we try. And this was only $1. Then I also got this book, and I'm a little bummed because I showed it to Sean yesterday and I thought it had the pieces that it needed in it, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So it's called Tissue Paper Flowers, and it has pipe cleaners that go with it. And on the inside, it's supposed to have all of the tissue paper that you need for the projects. Unfortunately, I think all of the tissue paper has been used already, which I'm really sad about because I was hoping to be able to use like everything right from inside the book. But it shows like different patterns that you can use. And in the back, it actually gives you like some cutout shapes for the different projects. Like right here, shows you like the different shapes that you can cut out. So this was $4. Yesterday, it might have been only $1 because there were a couple of really good deals going on yesterday. This is called Cupcakes Family Fun in the Kitchen, and it's like a little book shaped like a cupcake. On the inside, this is what it looks like. Oh, I thought these were fun. Cupcake sliders. And try to make a few of these. I am not great at all in the kitchen, but oh look, these ones have straws. It's pink lemonade cupcakes. They have little straws in them. This was $1, I think. So Sean and I are going to be setting up some Christmas lights outside. We're actually hoping to work on that a little bit later today. Actually, probably like at nighttime. And we're thinking about trying to set some up on our front porch. And I actually found these all-purpose light clips. It's a 75 pack, but you can use them to set up your lights outside, and this was $2. Then I found some really beautiful Christmas decor, and the first ones I want to share with you are these absolutely stunning glass Christmas trees. They are so cool. I don't know anything about where they came from. It just says glass tree on the bottom, but they're so pretty. I really like the style. The bigger ones came with a base for some reason. I'm not quite sure why these ones did and other ones didn't. They're all sealed still right within like this, this plastic wrapper. So there were 2 of this size, and then I found 2 of this smaller size. How cute are these? This is the larger one and this is the smaller one, and I don't know why this one has a bottom to it, but this one doesn't. They're the same exact brand, but for some reason, one has a cap on the bottom and the other one doesn't. These were $2 a piece. They're really, really heavy, and I just think they're very simple but classic, and I can't wait to use them in our home for decorating. Then I found some really cool bottle brush trees. I can't resist. I've been cleaning the Christmas stuff in the attic, and I found a ton of bottle brush trees. I'm going to be working on a DIY using those, but I can't resist when I see them. So I think these ones are so pretty and so interesting. I don't have any bottle brush trees like this at all. I like how they have the little ornaments on them. I got them for $3 a piece, so I think that's a pretty good deal. I have 2 of this taller size, and then I have 2 of this smaller size, and they actually are a little different in terms of color. The bottom of this one is definitely like a more blue than the bottom of this one, which is a deeper green. And this one also has lighter, almost like silver and gold kind of ornaments, where this one has more like a deep green kind of ornament. Then I found these really pretty snowflakes. They are sparkly, glittery snowflakes. I think I'm going to just take them and sort of like put them in the tree, like in different spots. They could be really pretty too if I like took some twine and was able to attach the twine to them and then maybe display them. I don't know where though. They were $2 for the whole bag. Let's see if you guys can see them a little bit better. I really like them. I think they're pretty, and I love anything with glitter. So look at how pretty these ornaments are. They're in this beautiful brown color with glitter and in different patterns. Like the middle ones are completely covered in glitter, and the top ones have little like polka dots of glitter on them. Same thing with the bottom. And then to match with that, I have these. So it's pretty much the same style as this, except that these are circle and these are in a different kind of shape. But they're so pretty. And these were $3 for the pack. And this one was also $3 for the pack. And the last things I would like to share with you are some candles. These are flameless candles, and over the years I've seen these a lot at garage sales and thrift stores, but I haven't bought them because I just haven't really known where to use them. But recently I've been trying to add them more into our holiday decor. So I found some amazing flameless candles, and these can be so expensive. So I don't see a brand on them for this, but I got 2 of this taller size, and they actually they're made of wax, so they feel just like candles. I do have to get some batteries and see if they work. Fingers crossed that they do. But each of these were $3, so a decent size flameless candle. I'm hoping that these work so I can use them for decoration. And then I got 3 smaller ones, and I actually want to use these for Halloween in the fall. These kind of give me like a Halloween harvest kind of like candy corn kind of vibe. So I got 3 of this style. I thought that $3 for each of them really wasn't a bad deal considering how expensive they can be. That's it for this thrift with me and haul video. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything I saw at the thrift store, and I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I bought. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite find was. Let me know, were there any items that I missed at the thrift store that you guys would have bought. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living and on Instagram at Thrifted Living YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!